Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Terry and welcome back to TNL Football. This is a little video today and it's simply going to be a match preview to the Liverpool versus Luton game. Now I just want to say one thing before I begin, because normally I say it later in the video and no one ever hears it and it's a waste of time. Look, I want to get to 50 subs so I can do a live watch along for all of you people that fancy watching my videos and watching me make a prat out of myself. So look, hit the subscribe button, smash the like button, notifications bell, all of that good stuff. And leave a comment in the video with how you think I've done. I may do a terrible job, and that's okay, because I just enjoy talking about my football team. But yeah, hit all the buttons you need to press, and let's get into the video. So, as it stands at the time of recording, we have a small matter of Man City versus Brentford. The game is currently in play and it is 15 minutes into the game and it's 0-0. Now, what does this have to do with Liverpool? This is a Liverpool-Luton preview. Yes, you may be asking that question. It has everything to do with it because we watched their games with massive interest because, yes, although they dropped points the other night, they're still a formidable team and can go on an unbeaten run till the end of the season. Has every bearing on how our season goes, because if they drop points again tonight, I wouldn't write them out of it just yet, but you know, they're certainly second favourites, third favourites, and we become firm favourites as such. Now onto our game. As I say, it's our rescheduled game that we were meant to play previously, rescheduled to tomorrow, which at the time of recording, today's Tuesday, tomorrow is Wednesday, which is game day. 4 days before the Carabao Cup final. Now I said this before, it puts a bad position on us because it doesn't give us a full week to prepare for what is a cup final at Wembley, as Chelsea have got. But with that being said, it might not be a bad thing because it keeps the players fresh. And with a game against Luton at Anfield, it gives Klopp an opportunity to maybe see something from another player that hasn't had tons of game time. So it might be a negative, but it could also be a good positive at the same time. I think that we will take the opportunity with this game to rest one or two players because I don't think having our full strength side is completely necessary. However, I think that even if we were to rest a couple of players, we can certainly still field a strong enough side to get the job done. Now, the other benefit we have, as I said, is the fact that we're at Anfield. That for me is ultimately like having another player on the pitch, because should the fans turn up, which they often do, and they are at full voice, I believe that, it's enough. We'll have enough, even with a slightly weakened side, with the voices of the fans in the stadium, to really sort of get the job done, and come out unscathed and victorious in the game. Now I'm going for a Liverpool 2-0 win. I don't think it will be easy because Brentford have, I wouldn't say turned a corner, but they've found an identity that they play with now. And they're giving teams good games. They're really, really putting teams to the sword and getting more progress and possession in games, which Klopp touched upon in his pre-match press conference, sorry. And it is noticeable. So they're doing really well. And yeah, I just don't think that, I think we are sort of a different level above most sort of lower end table teams, and I think we can definitely get the job done unscathed, and give a good run out to some players who could become useful in the Cup final, players that we might not necessarily have thought about or heard of even before. So Kwanzaa hasn't played in a few games and it could be a great opportunity for him. At the time of recording, which obviously is a day before, I don't know any team news. We know a few injuries, the obvious ones. Thiago still out, Trent is injured, Szoboszlai is injured, Curtis Jones has a muscle injury. Who else have we got? Jota, obviously very serious injury and could be out for a couple of months. Matip is still injured. So, we do have several injuries which gives opportunities to other players. But yeah, I think the game tomorrow will be a good opportunity to allow other players to sort of get some minutes under their belt. But yeah, I mean, onto the game itself. You know, the lineup, it's going to be what it's going to be. I'm not going to go and try and predict what it might be, but it's going to be what it's going to be. I do believe that there'll be some changes. However, I do also believe that Klopp will put a strong enough side out for us to get the job done, which I believe we will. But yeah, you know, as I say, I'm going for a 2-0 win. Leave a comment in the comment section below with what you think the score will be. If you want to put your lineups in. No one ever really comments because at this point they've sort of lost interest. But no, you know, if you fancy it, do it. All the buttons that I asked you to press earlier, go ahead and give that a go for me. It massively helps me out. And yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And as always, I'll see you on the next one. Ta-ra.